Welcome to the danger zone. But dun 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 dun. Welcome. Look, like, this far in, we shouldn't be surprised, but I mean, seriously. What was with all these folks trying to push big, complex simulation games into a console with a 3-button joypad? What was the end game here? It's not like we're sat in the future looking at a release schedule stuffed to the gills with flight sims. I mean, there was the Big Daddy Flight Simulator on Xbox a couple of years ago, but like, other than that, we barely get an Ace Combat game anymore. I mean, there's probably some if you go digging on Steam, but half of the joy of a flight sim was the big box with the manual and all the other stuff. You can't squeeze that into a Mega Drive box, that's for sure. The game itself barely does that either. The problem with a flight sim is that, inherently, it wants to be a simulation rather than a game, so they aren't always that fun. As the 80s rolled on, pure flight sims fell away, probably due to the immediacy of the first-person shooter which took over as games on the bleeding edge of technology. Flight sims became the game of choice for those who really like planes rather than really fun games, a certain kind of connoisseur of simulation genres. But the provenance of this game isn't from a big box PC game, it's from, take a drink, the Amiga. Now, the original MiG-29 Fulcrum came out in 1990 on Amiga and was followed up by MS-DOS, followed by a sequel, Super Fulcrum, a year later. Now, this game isn't a direct conversion of either, as far as I can tell, but, you know, it still for sure looks the same. Published by Domark, who were a European publisher that came out of the UK 8-bit scene, last seen on the channel here with James Bond the Duel and Formula 1. They weren't a big name, but they had a deal with Atari to publish their arcade conversions, and they also had the Championship Manager series in their back pocket. Although, within a few years, they become part of IDOS. Yes, that IDOS. So there are only really 3 lines when it comes to sims. There's a few Formula 1 games, Championship Manager, and this. So whilst it feels like a console-specific flight sim, it's not really, but bless them, they do try. I mean, just look at this in the tutorial mission. I mean, it's not quite a full walkthrough as we know it today, but look at it! It's telling you what menu to open, making sure you bring up the wheels in the air when you take off. It's insane. Actually, can you do that with the wheels on the tarmac before you take off? Okay, so the wheels won't go up. What about that eject button then? Oh, whoa, what do you know? Look. It's not perfect, and this tutorial vanishes by the next mission, but it's there, which is more than I can say for a lot of these games we've seen. The review doesn't actually mention it, but just pick up the controls being less than ideal. Frustrating is the word that Rich uses. And he's right. It is fiddly due to all the menus you need to access to do anything. The real crime is that the game is boring. It's all too slow for Rich's liking. 75% we get overall, summarising. Simulation fans will love it, but most Mega Drive owners will shy away from the slow, unexciting gameplay. Which is about right. If you have a Mega Drive, you want something like Afterburner. You want barrel rolls and dodging missiles and speed. Not a game you have to worry about if the wheels are up or not. We'll agree it, but don't bother.